This conference will now be recorded.
Hi everyone, let's start this session. So last session we talked about introduction to big. Today we are going to continue with this. Before we continue, any basic questions? Anyone have it? Please let me know. Any questions from anyone? Okay, fine. Can someone tell me what is bag? What is bag? Can you hear me?
Collection of tuples, sir.
Collection of tuples.
This conference will now be recorded.
What about tuple?
Collection of fields.
Collection of fields. Field is just like a column.
Column.
Okay, so now what we have seen last session is like what, how to load the data into a bag with schema, without schema, partial schema, and also with delimiter, without delimiter. Without delimiter is like what, by default is like what, tab. So now continuation to that, similar to RDBMS, what kind of queries we will be having it now. Similar to that, we also have it in the pig now. Now I'm going to
Order
showcase
by.
those things. So I'm going to showcase those things now. Okay, that's the goal for today's session. At least till that much knowledge is like what mainly required for everyone to continue. Okay, so if you have questions, you can. Otherwise, I'll continue. What are the steps I need to cover today now? Okay, so as I mentioned, like what, pick and driven with schema, without schema, partial schema. Okay, if there is a schema means we can say field 1, field 2, field 3 like this, so then it is fine. But if think about there is no schema or maybe a partial schema scenario, okay, so still pig is going to work as expected now. So how is going to work? Like what, it internally follow the scripting concept. When you go for scripting concept, like, so let me showcase one example in scripting how generally behavior will be there. Okay, if you look at here now, this ll command will list out the things now. So when it is listing out, this is the permission, this is the timestamp information and number of size information, and this one also in terms size and date and location. Okay, so suppose I don't want all this information, but do we have any column here? Do we have any header here to display that one? No. This is like what, one thing, this is one field, this is one field, like this. We don't have any interest. So because in general in scripting, like what, schema is not a mandatory. Schema won't be there also. But suppose someone asked me like what, I want this and I want this, I want this information. How to do that one is by going with the position. The concept is by going with the position. In cell scripting, like what, the position starts from like what, 1. So suppose you want this first one, you have to say $1. You want this one, $2, $3, $4, $5, $6, $7, $8, $9. Totally 9 fields are there now. So $1 to $9. Same concept in pig also we have it now, but the index not starts with 1, index starts with the 0. $0, $1 like this. Let me give an example. Now I don't want this entirely. So if I say $1, I'm only getting the first one. Now $1 comma $2. First one and second one. Okay, sorry. $9 is the path now, like this. So it might be bigger folder. Let me show you small folder. This looks easy for you. So this is the $1. This is the $2. This one is the $9 now. Okay. So whichever the information you want it, like what, you can just go with the position. This is scripting concept. Don't worry. But our main goal is only position. How are we going to represent position is like what, dollar now. The schema is not there also, not a problem. By position wise, we can go. In pig, the position concept starts from like what, 0. The position concept start from like what, 0. So suppose in example like what, RDBMS select, you have the fields are there, year comma, temperature comma, quality from records. Records is a table. These are the 3 fields are there. We will write like this. Same information. How will we write in a pig, like what? So you always having a input is a bag, output is a bag, because this is for each is called as a transformation. Transformation is input is a bag, output is a bag. So what are we doing it like what? We are iterating each record, generating like what, tuple. This is generating a tuple. Tuple contains what? Collection of fields. We are mentioning like what are the fields now. Okay. So in RDBMS also like what, we are mentioning a row. What information supposed to be there. Here tuple, what information supposed to be there. Collection of tuple, because we are iterating for every record level. So collection of tuples is like what, bag. So my records will be a bag now, and also output of this one is also a table. Like the same terminology is different, but the concept is same. For each records generate, you can mention like what, same example here like this. Okay, but assume it, if this records bag having a schema like this, you can define it. If the schema is not there, then how are we going to define it, like what? By going with the position. Going with the position concept, $0, $1, $2, like that. Okay, let me showcase those example today. That's the intention for me. So what are the missing pieces in the last session to continue our session is like what, this position concept also, with schema, without schema, what happened? Because last session I have created like what, different bags now, A1, A21, A22, A23, like this. Let me go there. If you look at these things, this A21, we have the full schema. This A24, we don't even have a schema, but still you want to retrieve the data, means it is possible to retrieve it. So how it is exactly possible to retrieve it, let's see now. Look at right now here, small modification I'm going to do it. So this A21, we have the schema, we can still define like this. A22 also we have a schema, still we can define like this. A23 also we have a schema, we can define it, but these two are partial schema. Here also partial schema is going to carry forward. But when it is coming to A24, I can't define like this, isn't or not? Because there is no schema. So then what is the correction I have to do here?
Positions.
We have to use dollar symbols. Okay, so the first field $0, second field $1, third field $2. You have to define like this. Okay, Then if you apply the describe command, this is an interesting point again. What it is coming now, let's look at it. Let me run all what I get one shot. Look at here. So A21 having a schema, A211 also having a same schema, A22 having a schema, A221 also having a same schema. But when it comes to A24, there is no schema. A24, there is no schema. But coming to A241, we have a byte array, byte array, byte array. Okay, so the concept here is like what? Pick internally follow the inheritance concept. In Java, you might hear like what? Inheritance, parent to child relation. Okay, so in PIC also like what? This is the parent bag for you. This is the child bag. So whatever the parent bag schema is there, it is going to carry forward to child based on the your operation. Right now I'm doing as it is, and I'm doing as it is, it will be going to come as it is here. Maybe we can do some operation, arithmetic operations we can do, or maybe like what mathematical operations we can do, string operations we can do some of the operations. Whenever we are doing some operations, then the schema of this parent, schema of the child may vary. Its concept is same as in RDBMS also. You have a table, and from this table like what, you are doing some operation and you are generating an output table. The schema of both may not be the same, because here the requirement is like what, source table having some structure, destination table having some structure, but here to here we are transforming it now. When you're transforming it, schema of this, it is completely depends on how this transformer is written. Same thing here also. Okay, so right now what is my transformer is doing it like what, as it is, F1 F2 F3 I'm asking to copy, it will copy as it is. But if you say only F1 F2 only, F3 is not defined, then the schema of A211 is like what, only till this point. That's what is our next points to continue. Okay, but if the parent having a schema, we can inherit like that. But the scenario here is like what, parent doesn't have any schema. If it doesn't have any schema also, in child what it is going to come like what, byte array, byte array, byte array. Okay, but is it a problem? Is no. So PIC providing a feature called like what, it's a wonderful feature. So we can construct the schema based on our need also. I don't like this only byte array like that. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I can construct my own schema. How I'm going to construct my own schema is by using the alias concept. Like RDBMS, we use alias, correct? Same alias concept is applicable here also. I don't like only byte array, byte array, byte array. I want F1 byte array, F2 byte array, F3 byte array, like this. Maybe I don't even want that also. I want proper data type. I know this might be a char array, this might be an integer, this might be an integer. I know that one. If I know that one also, I can typecast it also. Okay, instead of doing this one, what we are going to do is we will be going to typecast it. So this one is char array. This one is int. This one is int. We can also define like this. We can typecast it, we can assign the field name, and we can also provide like what, some arithmetic operations also. Let me talk about first the schema generation, then after that arithmetic operations also I'll showcase to you. Let me run these two things. Then if you look at the schema of these two, you can feel it now. F1 byte array, F2 byte array, F3 byte array. Now coming to here, I'm not saying byte array. I'm properly defined my data type. This is character array. This is integer. This is integer. This is the beauty of the pig here now. Okay, if the parent bag if the parent bag doesn't have any schema, not a problem. The child bag, what are the child bag you are constructing, like what you can construct the schema, you can keep it now. That's the one of the beauty. Schema is not a mandatory here, which help you to understand, but it is not a mandatory. Okay, so that's what the conclusion on this topic till this part. And before I continue arithmetic operations, any basic question on this structure of this lines? This parent doesn't have any schema, but still I'm able to construct the schema here as my requirement. As my requirement decide, like what, based on that I have constructed. Okay, any question?
Yeah, Kalyan. Here,
Yep.
while we're constructing that schema, and you define, for example, char array, int, and int.
Yes.
So, but that data is not supporting that data type, that typecasting. Then
Yes.
will it throw error or
Yes, it will throw an error. But right now I know that information is like what, char array, integer, I have defined that. Okay, but if it is not, it will be going to throw you like what, class cast exception. So it is not able to cast it. Okay, that exception is obvious. We have to define a right data type only.
Yes.
Otherwise it will be end up with null values. That is one scenario will be there. And casting exception, sometimes like what, casting also not possible. Okay, those scenarios, casting exception also going to come.
Okay, thank you.
Both are there. Yeah, good. Any other question? Okay, so this one is the one. Now let me take the right example to continue our operation. These are the examples, will give an idea to you. Now let me go with the right example. This is my data. So this is integer, this is integer, this is integer. Okay, I want to construct a proper schema for this. Okay, so how I am going to do that one is, now I'm going with the completely altogether new example. So let's call it as a and f1 integer. I'm defining proper data type now. f2 integer, f3 integer. I'm properly defining the data type here now. Okay, so now on top of this, how the operations are possible now, let's see. From a to, I'm generating a1, generate. This is the way of writing it now. Okay, we have different scenarios are there. Sorry. So for each a, so whatever the a I have it now, I want completely like a select star. We can do star now. And not only select star now, specific field I want, maybe $1. Okay, $1 means this one, $0 is this, $1. Okay, comma, maybe $0, comma, $0 is this one, $2 is this one. Okay, and suppose if I want to mention $0 dot $0 dot $2. These are the different variations now. This is very powerful technique. Okay, scripting style it supports now. So what is exactly this one is, here it is getting completely. Here you are getting only like what, two fields only, $0 field, $2 field. When you represent like this, okay, this is like what, starting from here till end, starting from here till end. Okay, so you can also say starting from here, then it will be from here to here. If you are mentioning like what, starting is here, end is here, you're clearly mentioning now. Here end you are not defining. Okay, end will be like what, maybe f4 is there, f5 is there, everything is going to come. Here we are saying like what, end is only here. And here also we are defining end, but starting we are not defining. If starting we are not defining is always it starts from here. So these are the different variations now. Let me try with the describe command to showcase the information. Now I'm just going to run this all commands now. Look at the how schema information is there. This will give an idea like what, how different ways we can for each, we can use the select statement. For each is as equivalent to a select statement. Okay. Describe of A, this is a complete schema. Even also star means will as it is will get the schema. A2, I have mentioned like what $0, $2. That means first field and third field. Okay, that's the only thing. And $0 dot dot, that means everything from starting onwards, everything will be going to come. This is also right now as per our data like what everything. This is also as per our data like what everything, but end is clearly mentioning here now. These examples end is mentioned. This is starting is always here. If you start with one, maybe one here, you will get a different feel on that one also. Okay, the intention is here is like what way to start, way to end with the dot dot symbol. The dot dot we can have it 3 variations now. You can use start dot dot. You can use start and end in between dot dot, without start and also dot dot. So the variations will be like what this one. Is all are clear on this concept? Any question on this dot dot syntax? This is very useful. Like what you have 100 fields are there. $1, $2, $3, $4, $5, like 100 you want it right now. Simply you can say $1 dot dot $100. Everything will be going to come simply in a short way. You can able to write it now. That's the beauty of this syntax now. Okay. Now, so on top of this, let me take some more operations, arithmetic operations. So what I want to do is, instead of saying the star F1 plus F2 F3. What is the meaning of this one? Can someone tell me?
At first column and second column values are additioning, and displaying is in one column, and last column is same.
Same. Okay. Now, when I am doing this, what is the column name I'm going to get here? This having a column name, this having a column name. But when I submit, is there any column name will come here? In RDBMS also. Will there be any column name?
No,
There won't be any column name here. Okay. So if we are doing like this, column name won't come. What you need to do is you have to go with your own column name here. Okay. So maybe F1. This is what my column name. Okay. And you want different data type for this. Okay. Maybe I want as a long. Then you can define the what data type you want it also. By summing up it, you might need like what some bigger information. Let me run these comments. Look at here now. So first one is as usual. Second one, if you look at now, there is no field name. There is no field name. Why? Because when you do arithmetic operations like what, field name is not going to come. If you want that field name, you have to provide an alias. In the next use case like what, I provide alias, that alias is came, but data type is integer only. Maybe I also want to change my data type like what? I can also define like what data type I want to do it now. So I define as a log. So like this is not a low plus operation. Any other operations like what you can able to do it now. So this is also the next important whenever we are doing an operations. So whenever doing an operations like what arithmetic operations or maybe like what function level operations like what it will be going to be type costing or like what losing the field name, all this will be going to happen. Okay, so are you good on this point also? So this is the next level of RH now. So first scenario has shown like what how to use the field level dollar symbol now. Now then the scenario is like what arithmetic operation. Now after this arithmetic operations, we also need to think about like what ordering the data. So if I want to order the data, if I want to group the data, if I want to do aggregation, those also possible now. Now I'm going towards to that. So if you have any question right now on this, please let me know. Otherwise, I will continue on the next scenario. Okay, fine then. So look at this data.
So
So
one
the first
question,
field
sir.
is the, yeah, tell me.
So when we are adding the two F1 and F2, the data type we are whatever we are saying, it should be appropriate. Otherwise, it is going to be error, sir.
Your
Into
voice
the
is breaking, sir. Can you repeat once again the
yes, sir.
question?
When we are changing the data type, sir, when we are adding F1 plus F2 into long, that should be appropriate. Otherwise, it's going to be error.
Yeah, okay. Let me showcase to you. Okay. So these are all like our transformations. Transformations are what? Lazy. They don't execute. Transformations are lazy. They don't execute. Okay. So we have to trigger an action. Dump A1. It got the result. Dump A2. It is also got the result. Dump A3. It is also got the result. Dump A4. This is also get the result now. Okay, so whenever I'm doing it like what all these are getting it now. Now let me do small change. I'm trying to do in what? Boolean. Look at what happened if I do this F4. Okay, this is coming as a Boolean, but the point what we need to look at is dump command. You see, now it is like what it's a 0 means false, 1 means okay, it is also accepted. Now give me some other thing now. Maybe let's talk about like what character. Is it possible to convert into a character or not? Just think about that. No, this data also it is taken. So whichever it is possible, those only. Can you someone tell me like what some negative scenario? Two integers we are summing it now. Okay. So then after that, like what whatever the sum it is coming it now, that shouldn't be a right one. Can you tell me some other data type which may not be works? Integer plus
Character.
integer is integer now. That integer character we have taken, sir. Character also it is fine. This will be
Okay.
showing as a character only.
Character
Okay.
input type, but converting into int, that time it will fill, right?
Yes.
For example, I have a column
Yes. That
values.
actual, yeah, actual character to int conversion.
Yes.
Correct. That might be like what going to fail for us now. Maybe let me take one more data. Yeah. If I take this one now. Okay. So this is going to fail for us now. Just quickly writing it. And then okay, let's see the scenarios. This is integer, this is character array. I'm trying to do an arithmetic operation. Is it valid? Even doing arithmetic operation on integer plus character array. Is it valid?
No, sir.
Okay, let me run it. Look at now. This is our first one. And the second one is I'm trying to doing an arithmetic operation. You can see add type information is like what? Add operator left hand type is integer, right hand is a char array. This is not compatible, incompatible. Okay. Now this one is I'm trying to type casting it. So right now it is a lazy part now. And here it is like what? First of all, this operation itself is not supported now. Then converting into a char array, it is not. So let me try to showcase like what? This B2. What happened when I say dump B2? Or the data is coming or it is coming as a null value because of wrong conversion. You see what it is coming now? It is coming as a null because of wrong conversion. So which are the operators are not possible, like what? Those are stopped there itself only. Okay, but you forcefully converted like what? Those things are becoming as a null because a character cannot be converted into a integer. So that place like what? It is going to coming as a null. Is that what your questions answers means? Let me know if anything else other than this. Okay, hope all are clear. Yes or no? Don't be silent.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now let me continue the next scenarios now. So now I have this data. So let me call it as a proper fields here. Temperature. So these are the actual fields for my data. This is year, this is temperature relation, this is the quality information. So now what I want to do here is I want to filter the data based on particular year, or I want to filter the data based on the temperature or maybe quality, like this. First I'll show you the data, then after that we will write the filter statements to make it clear. This is the data. Now the year is this one, and the temperature is second column, quality is the third column. Okay, what I want to do is I want to write some filter statement. Filter A, filter statement, we have to write for filter A by what is the condition is here, like RDBMS. How are you going to write now? Same thing now. I want to, for what is the year? 1950. And okay, so temperature greater than 10. Greater than 10 means this is only going to come, and less than 50. Let me write that. Greater than 10 and temperature less than 50, or quality equal to ends with semicolon. Dump of A1. Please look at the small changes. I'm going to do it here now. So how you are representing this one, based on that output is going to come now. Generally, if I write like this, what is your expectation? Here, year is this, temperature is this, quality is this, or sorry, temperature is this, quality is this one. Okay, quality equal to 1, everything having it now. 1950 having like what, 3 records, and between these two, like what, we have 1 record is there. If I execute this, what happened? The result will be 0 or more than 1 or 1 as per the data. Let me copy the data also. This is my data. By applying this query, what result will come?
More than one. Get.
Sorry?
More than one records will get.
More than 1. More than 1 means how many records?
There are, because all are matching with the quality equal to 1. All records will get.
Okay. This is a problem. Unexpected symbol. Why? Oh, okay. This is equal to already there. This is equal to a count. What is that? Cities operator. No. 1 second. What is the wrong? Equal to we can write, but because of this equal to, it is confusing. How can I correct this? Give me a minute.
Double equal filter.
Double equal, because it is confusing it. Double equal, yeah, double equal is the right one. Thanks. Because like what this equal to is there, correct? So they can't support like what one more equal to directly. Okay, that is a problem. Because of this equal to, this is exactly creating a challenge. Okay. Now let me run this. So now if you look at now, everything is coming. Why everything is coming is because of our quality. Now instead of this, let me put the conditions are just okay, and I keep it like this also. It is as same as right now this one. Now. This brackets generally meaning will be going to change it now. Now if I keep this bracket here, so what is the meaning of this approach now?
Both conditions satisfies only like year equal to 1,159.
This should be satisfied, and
And this
this condition also should be satisfied, and with this. Okay, now let me try this. This time you got only one record. So whenever we are writing it like what, writing in a brackets is like what, meaning is going to change. Here what is happened like what, this is entirely treated and this is entirely treated as one. This quality equal to one, everything is having it now. Now I mixed up this quality with other condition. This record is only one is there, and this record is also only one is there, and both are matching scenarios also only one is there. That is what it is coming. Intention is clear now here. And operator, or operator, equal to, not equal to, greater than, less than. This generally however what are the operators we have it now. All operators are able to possible with the help of the filter. Filter is the statement here now. Okay, is that clear to everyone now? The question? Okay. The next one more requirement I have it is like what, I want to order this data. I want to order this data. So year wise, I want to order the data. So how I'm going to order the data is order. There's a keyword called order by. So here, what is the field you want to do? Year wise, you want to order it. Then the data is going to be sorted based on the year. Maybe along with year, you also want to sort with the temperature also. Inside the year, this is called as a secondary sort. First year will be sorted within this year like what, -1 0 22 and 78 level 1 for this one. Okay, so let me run and verify to you. Look at the output now. So the output, so years are sorted. Then after that, within the year like what, temperature is sorted. Next year is sorted. Within the year like what, again temperatures are sorted. So this is what like what, secondary sorting now. Okay, primary sorting is here, secondary sorting is here now. So if you want to do it, order A by, order A by, whatever you want to write, ascending or descending, you can feel free to write here now. So by default will be ascending. Now I want in a descending order. This one I want in a ascending order. This is A2 output. This one is out. So now I'm saying like what, year should be descending. Then temperature should be ascending only. You can use the keyword called ascending and descending keywords also here to continue. Is all are clear on this point also? Okay,
Yeah.
we can filter the data, we can select only few things. And what is the one more missing point in RDBMS? Generally we do it like what? Doing the group operation. Now if you have any duplicate records are there, how to group it now? Now I have a year is duplicated, so I want year wise count exact. I want year wise count. How I'm going to do that one is group A by year. If you are doing this one, what exactly happen is like what? This data will be grouped. Okay, this is a grouped data. This is a grouped data, and on top of this, you want to apply some count is, let's call it as GMC. For each G, generate count of so when I do group here, year wise you are going to do it, and you will get the group is the field name. Here group count of the year. Oh, sorry. Count of look at the output here. What I have written right now is, so this is my A. First, I am going to grouping the data based on the year, So then that is my grouped data. In this grouped data, always first field name is a group. In this grouped data, always first field name is group. Then the second field name is like what? Bag name. Second field name is a bag name, and the bag count we have to do it now. So step by step you have to understand this one is, let's call the describe. This is a place little practice is required. Remaining other stuffs are easy only here. Whenever I say describe of A, the original schema is there. Describe of G is the interesting point now. Whenever you are doing describe of G, that is a group operation, first field name is group, and the corresponding data type will be field data type. Corresponding field data type is field data type. Then after that, second field name is a bag, the complete bag schema. So now what I ask like what for each G, then group is like what, which field is year, so that is what I'm mentioning here. Count of the this entire data. Once a group is happening now, count of this entire data, so the count of this entire data which is going to come here now, like that, like what, year and the corresponding records, year and corresponding records. Now maybe I want to identify like what, which is the maximum temperature out of this. Okay, maybe minimum temperature out of this, so maybe maximum call I want to do, max of A dot, which one I want to do is temperature. I want to group the data based on the year, but temperature is not a direct field now, it is under A. It is under A. How to write that one is A dot. We have to write as A dot. Okay, let me run this. Now you will get 1949 111, 1950 is the 22. That is what our records as per data now. Okay, the maximum value, whatever we have it like what we are able to get it here now. Dump of this is M, this is dump of the C. So we are writing in a multiple lines here, but is it really required to write in multiple lines? Means no, you can also do it in a single line. So by doing a combining all the records now. So here like what this entire syntax you can write like this. You can remove this. You can also write like this also. This is a minified way. Okay, directly once you expertise now, you will be going to write like this. Initially you should do first group by logic, then after group by how the data is there, then looking at like this. Okay, so this still also like what valid only. Okay, it is group is not the one. Okay, so this is what like what is happening here. Hope everyone is clear now how to write the count operation, max operation, or min operation, average, whatever the functions we have it like what the way of writing is little different than the RDBMS. That's what just keep in mind. It's not a mandatory to by heart it, but I'm just letting you know. Okay. And the interesting thing is like what you know whatever I explain like what I also have it in a tabular format now. This is big articles. 1 second. This article is very useful for you. What exactly this article will convey to till now whatever I discussed step by step. Same thing is like what different operations in SQL and a corresponding pig operation, how to do it now. Let's quickly walk through once now because we already come across the things. Select statement we write here. In pig we write like this. Okay, this alias is the bag name. Generate column 1, column name, whatever you're writing it now. These are the column. Here table name we are saying. This is alias you are saying. Select star. Here generate star. And if you are writing a distinct now, distinct you write in the top and you write the entire information in the inside now. And where class operation. Okay, select with the where class operation. So filter statement you have to write first. Okay, after filter statement whatever the data is coming now, then so I individually we can do it, or like what at a one line also you want to do it like what is bracket approach you have to follow now. Okay, and similarly and operation or operation with brackets now. Okay, order by ascending descending keyword, and limit or top is like what limit keyword, top keyword you can use it now. Group by operation, just now I shown like what group by operation. Okay, you will write group inside this for each. Before that, then you can also use like what alias name and column name. This alias is a bag name. Dot I have written like what a dot year, a dot temperature, like that. Like operator, in operator, join operation, all these are. This is one table like what if you're interested you can look at now. Same way how I went through till this point now. Similar way like what you can go ahead now. The word count problems, what are the word count problems are there, everything you can able to solve it here also. Let me solve the word count problem. I will just stop here now. So let's have a word count.txt. Okay, this is my file. Let me load it. Is equal to load path of the file. .txt. This is a line. This is my file. First, let me do that. Spelling mistake. This is what. So first thing what we need to do in word count problem. First what we need to do.
Splitting.
For each record, we need to do some split operation, correct? On a line. Here, so the problem is terminology is a problem, and one of the drawback in the pig is like what? Like Hive, we don't know what are the inbuilt functions in a command line. The only thing is like what you have to go to pig website only. This is one of the drawback in the pig now. Okay, you have to go to the pig website. There only you will be having the all the functions information. My requirement is split. str split. One second. Is the right one. Tokenize is the right one. How to use tokenize here. Then dump of A1. If you look at now, you will be getting like what? All the words here. So now if you want to do a group by operation, this data has to be flattened. This data has to be flattened. For that, we have a concept called flatten. Here we have a concept called flatten. So we need to apply the flatten here. So flatten of can someone mute if you're not speaking? Now you can see you got the all the words. And here previously whatever we mentioned like what same group by operation we have to apply. Group to by whatever the word is there, we just need to apply it. Then after that count. For each A3 generate comma count of A2. Now you can see I 2 times, M 2 times like this. You can minify this all operation by combining one record now. Instead of writing these many statements now. So can you please tell me how to combine these two lines? You can combine it.
Each bracket group A2 by word.
It should be like this. We can get rid of this. Again, if I want this,
Yeah,
this is the one. If I want this, but like this much deeper we don't go exactly, but I'm just letting you know this is not a right way, but just one record like this combining is like what? Some mistake is happening. Some mistake is written. Yeah, this is wrong. Yeah, this is what I'm saying. This we cannot go this much deeper because this I need it. References are not possible to find. This is fine because I need this one. This will be right. Maybe you can combine these two. This is okay. These two you can combine it like this. So we can combine like what the group of the things and filter things like this. So this will be like what? I need to restart. It's not working. Okay, like this. So if you want more examples now, so let's say already shared like what development material. In this development material, beyond this, whatever I covered, like what, not only that, beyond that examples are there. If you're interested, you can, but this is not priority nowadays now. At least what I covered, that knowledge is sufficient. Really, you have a chance to work on the pig in your company means, then explore like what are there in the examples in this document. It is end-to-end information is there in this document, but I covered like what around 40 to 50% of the use cases, like joins is there, group by with the different use cases, core group. There are so many scenarios are there. I'm not across all the scenarios now. The reason is it's not that much required nowadays. The interview point of view also, they don't ask all this thing because pig is not there in the market from last few years. At least basic knowledge I want to give an idea to you. That's what I covered. I hope everyone is clear on that statement. Okay, if you want end-to-end examples, you can still go through this document, whatever I already provided in the development material, you can go on that. But it's not required. Don't put more concentration on the pig because it is not, that's not a good idea. Okay, hive you can keep it. It's there in the market. It will there for some more time. Pig is not there in the market. No need to put it in the more practice on this. It's simple, but it's not required to put that much practice. At least today in last class, whatever I have explained, no, that is more enough for you. Just take a look on that. Okay, all are good. I have shown like what select statement wise with where clause operation, with group by operation, with order operation, and one is like what join I was not written. Simply join statement also will be there. Join I was not written. Apart from that, general SQL operations, how to do it with big also I have shown, but those are not SQL style. Only difference is that. Any question before I hold it? Let me know. Otherwise, I will continue tomorrow. Okay, thanks. You can do a practice on this. We'll continue tomorrow with a new topic. Thanks, bye.